up, so please let me know in the comments below if you like how this looks. But today I'm going to be talking and reviewing the Krave Beauty Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. Ha! Everyone has been talking about this cleanser, and so I had to try it. And so I've had this cleanser now for about a month and a half. I think that's more than enough time to have a solid opinion on it. So I'm coming to you today live to kind of talk about what's going on. And this is going to be my first ever pat or toss review. And I'm really excited to keep doing these. So stay tuned and I'm going to let you know if this is a product that I would recommend for you to pat on your skin or simply toss. Just before we get into that today, my name is Annette. I am a skincare enthusiast. I am not an esthetician. I am not a dermatologist. All of the opinions in this video are my own. If you like this video, please make sure to check out my others that I have on my channel. And please also consider liking this video, commenting, sharing it, and subscribing to my channel, where I'll have more videos each week. So first, let's talk about what exactly is this cleanser. It is advertised as a barrier-friendly antioxidant cleanser. It is advertised as a cleanser that you use essentially when you don't really want to get rid of all of the things that are on your skin. It's a cleanser that's advertised as being really good for balancing your pH, hydration with antioxidant properties. Now, looking on the Krave Beauty website, it is literally described as an antioxidant cleanser that doesn't mess up your skin barrier, lifting everything your skin doesn't want while leaving what it needs, healthy pH, hydration, antioxidants, and no irritation. Matcha and hemp seeds are here to boost the skin's intake of antioxidants and essential fatty acids. And Krave Beauty goes on to say, your skin in this cleanser might be a matcha made in heaven. I love puns. So, as far as who this cleanser is for, Krave Beauty basically describes it as someone who would say, I need to wash off the nasties but don't want to lose any moisture. So from now on, we all have to call the dirt on our skin nasties. Nasties. So that's what I'm going to call the dirt on my skin. Hey guys, what's up? I'm going to get rid of the nasties on my skin. So that's what they say that this cleanser does. Now let's see if the ingredients kind of back it up a little bit. I'm going to start talking about the key ingredients that Krave Beauty lists on their website first, and then I'm going to go talk about the top 5 ingredients on the product. There are many ingredients listed, so I really won't go through them all, but I'm going to talk about the top 5 because those are the highest ranked up. Those are the highest ranked ingredients because those are the ingredients that are most prevalent in the formulation, and so I'm going to go ahead and talk about those. So as far as the key ingredients on the website, Krave Beauty lists matcha, hemp seed oil, cocoa betaine, matcha, hemp seed oil, cocoa betaine, cocoa glucoside, decyl glucoside, vitamin B5, and sodium PCA. Now let's talk about matcha. Matcha is an antioxidant, and what an antioxidant does is it protects the skin from environmental damages, essentially. That could be the sun, that could be just bacteria in the air, a lot of things that go on. The antioxidant is there to protect the skin, and it helps the skin basically in the process of renewal, which is why antioxidants are really good with anti-aging. And so matcha being an antioxidant, it's really incredible that Krave Beauty lists that as one of their key ingredients. The other key ingredient listed is hemp seed oil. Hemp seed oil is really great because it goes in and it soothes the skin. It helps the skin kind of have like a second. Actually, it's just like Krave Beauty describes, it gives the skin like a reset essentially, and that's what Krave Beauty's entire message is press reset on the skin. And so hemp seed oil being a key ingredient definitely goes ahead to enhance that message that they're trying to say. So talking about cocoa betaine, which is another key ingredient in this cleanser, I'm going to refer to Paula's Choice. Paula's Choice has an incredible ingredient list that I actually use when I'm trying to look at ingredients, and was really helpful in teaching me about skincare. And on the ingredient list, they have rankings for each ingredient. They have poor, average, good, and then best. So we're going to talk about cocoa betaine, and I'm going to refer to their listing for it because they just describe it so well. So cocoa betaine is a surfactant, and on Paula's Choice they describe it like this. Surfactants degrease and emulsify oils and fats and suspend soil, allowing them to be washed away. Surfactants are used in most forms of cleansers, and many are considered gentle and effective for most skin types. And so that is what the cocoa betaine goes in to do. And cocoa betaine is kind of described as a gentle form of a surfactant. So that's really great that it's listed as well. Now the vitamin B5 sodium PCA, that is very simply, those are ingredients that kind of help with hydration. So again, what they describe the product as doing: hydrating, antioxidant, really great for balancing pH, gives your skin a great reset without stripping it. I think these key ingredients definitely go in to prove that. And then we're going to talk about the top 5. The top 5 ingredients listed in this cleanser are Camellia sinensis leaf water, followed by water, glycerin, cocoa betaine, which we've talked about, and finally the 5th ingredient is methyl gluceth 10. I'm sure I butchered that, so just let it slide. So the first ingredient, which is the Camellia sinensis leaf water, that is described as having anti-aging and skin soothing properties. It's also listed as an ingredient that improves the appearance of sun damage as well. The next ingredients are water and glycerin. Water is, H2O, and then following the water is glycerin. Now glycerin is a humectant, and what humectants do is they basically pull on water and they like suction it, like they keep it, they want to make sure that the skin stays hydrated. So a humectant takes the water in the air and on the layers of our skin as well, and they kind of, they want it to stay, so they kind of like, they take it and they keep it. And so that's what glycerin does. So it's really incredible that we have those hydrating properties being listed first. Now hydrating is different than moisturizing, so I just want to make that difference first. Hydrating ingredients, like I said, are going to pull on the water, pull on the they're going to pull on the water to maintain it on the skin. Moisturizing products are products that will keep the water. I don't know how to explain this. Just think of it like that. Hydration pulls, then you have your moisturizer, and it just kind of like, hey, buddy. So when you talk about hydrating and moisturizing ingredients, they are definitely different. So it's good to make sure you know which does what for your skin, essentially. And then you have occlusives. So like an oil is an occlusive, and that means that it's not gonna nothing's gonna go. You know what I mean? So that's why you put your oils on your skin last, because once the oil is on top, nothing can penetrate the skin afterwards. So just a little tidbit for you to know. Next ingredient is cocoa betaine. I'm gonna skip over that because we did already just talk about it in the key ingredients breakdown. So after cocoa betaine is finally the 5th ingredient is methyl gluceth 10. Now this is a water binding and skin soothing ingredient. Water binding is similar to it being a humectant. As far as the ingredients go, it definitely backs up the claim that this cleanser is a barrier-friendly antioxidant cleanser. Now I'm going to talk about how I use this cleanser. So I use it twice a day, every single day, and I use it on wet skin. So I use it on wet skin, on clean hands. So the first step of my routine is always to go ahead and I wash my hands. Then I go ahead and I squeeze the required amount onto the palm of my hands, which are always wet, and then I rub them together to lather it up and I apply it on my skin. Talking about the packaging of this cleanser, I am a massive fan of it. I think it's really great. I don't know if maybe it's just my cleanser, if this is something that anyone else might have noticed with this product, but I find that the tube is kind of like limits the amount that you take out. So when I find myself squeezing the tube, unless I'm squeezing really hard, then I can get out a lot of the product. Otherwise, it's pretty simple to just get a tiny amount, and really you don't need that much. And so I go ahead and I take the amount that I need, and I lather it up, and then I apply it to my skin, and I apply it onto my wet skin. And I go ahead and I massage my skin with the product for 60 seconds. Now when I cleanse my skin, I cleanse my face, the front of my neck, the back of my neck, the sides of my neck, as well as my chest. So those are the spots of my skin that I am cleansing. So I go ahead and I cleanse for 60 seconds. This is per the LA Beautyologist rule, and I'm going to link her video about the 60-second method below as well. When I use the product, I find that after about 30 seconds, it starts to dry out, which is not a problem. all you have to do is you go ahead and you add more water into the palms of your hands with the product, and you apply it onto your skin, and it continues to lather up for the remainder of the 30 seconds or however long you need to cleanse your skin for. In the month and a half that I have used this product, what have I noticed? I have noticed that my skin definitely has a fantastic base for the rest of my products. This is a really great cleanser to use. In the morning when I use this product, I go directly in and I use it. At night I do a double cleanse, and what that means is I use an oil or like a balm prior to using my cleanser onto my skin to kind of break down the dirt and the grime and the sunscreen or the makeup that I've had on from the day. And I get that and I rinse that off, and then I go in with this cleanser. And what I found is that it really is not a cleanser that strips the skin. You know, some cleansers you use them and once you've rinsed them off, it's great to have a cleanser that, you know, cleans your skin, but you really don't want it to be to the point where there's like a pulling feeling, which is what I've found some cleansers do. You have that like tightness. You can kind of see your skin looks a little bit grayish, and that's because it is just so dried out, and you know, it's clean, but it's to a fault almost. So I find that this cleanser is really, really great because once you've rinsed it off, that tightness, that pulling, you don't really feel it at first. You know, you don't want to leave your skin just cleansed and like bare for however long. So I find that once I've cleansed my skin with this product for up to like, I've maybe gone like 5 minutes or 10 minutes setting up a camera or something, and it doesn't feel tight. But I will be honest and I'll say, you know, after like 5 or 10 minutes, then your skin starts to kind of feel tight, and that has nothing to do with the cleanser. It's just simply because it needs the hydration, the moisturizing, the occlusive, whatever it may be, to be put onto the skin to kind of keep the skin balanced and ready for the day. As far as cleanliness, I find that my skin is definitely cleansed, and like I mentioned, it's a great base. And when I say a great base, I mean that it feels like an even base. The texture feels even, the tone looks even, and it feels like, okay, I'm ready. This is the start or end of your night and end of your day, and I'm ready for whatever next steps you need to put onto your skin. And I think that this is really a great support for that process. Finally, would I recommend that you pat on your skin or you toss this product? I definitely recommend that you pat this onto your skin, and I recommend that you pat this onto your skin twice a day, every day, onto wet skin for 60 seconds. This is an incredible product, truly, and it's a standout, I think, in as far as all the products that I've used. The many bonuses, like I mentioned, are the fact that this has lasted me for a month and a half. I love the price point, it being $16, and I also love the packaging. I think it's really great. Like, I really don't know if it's just this cleanser, like maybe it's faulty, I don't know, but I love the fact that when you're squeezing the tube, unless you squeeze really hard, but if you're just squeezing the tube, it lets you take out just the amount that you need, and so you're not overusing the product. So I really love that as well. And I just love the fact that it lives up to really what it says. It describes itself as a barrier-friendly antioxidant cleanser, and that's exactly what it does. So I thank you all today for watching this video. I have other videos on my channel, and I would love it if you would go ahead and take a look at them as well. And then also, if you're feeling up to it, please consider liking this video, commenting, sharing, and if you're up to that as well, please consider